Hola, mi amigos. Bienvenido down under the mat. We're here today to talk about all things professional wrestling. This is Mr. Dan Danielson. I'm
Dan Danielson.
L. Dan Danielson. I haven't thought of a name for me. I'm just Rowdy Roddy Reece.
Dr. Rowdy Roddy
Reece Jr.
Jr. Vikingo.
Sure, whatever.
Clown.
As I mentioned, we're here to talk about all things professional wrestling. And as you can tell by the attire today, we're going to talk about AAA Triplemania 33, wasn't it? 33?
Sure.
It was something. Let's crack right into it.
Let's do that.
Did not watch this live, and of course, Face ID is not going to work because I have a mask on. So let's get my notes up, and we'll kick this off. We had the Battle Royal kicking off the show.
Yes.
So little bit of an interesting concept, the way they do their Battle Royals in Triplemania. Pinfalls and submissions count for eliminations.
Yeah, that's
and we
weird.
did actually see that happen at one point as well.
Yes.
There were only 14 competitors, and this functioned a little bit like maybe a Royal Rumble or the Casino Gauntlet in AEW, where it was just like irregular intervals. You'd have a new person come out. Man, this is so uncomfortable talking with this mask on.
Oh, mate, you think you're uncomfortable. Your head's nowhere near as fat as mine is. My goodness.
Yeah, I got done pretty well with the masks that you handed out.
You're welcome.
You could have just got the...
I could have got my Ray one, but he's on display behind me.
You could have just worn the Penta one, dude. We have the Penta mask.
Yeah, but then
here.
I was being too black. I thought I'd put a bit of colour in.
Well, I could have worn the black one. You could have... Anyway.
It's too late.
Let's get back into it. Exposed to a lot of new talent on the show, which is really good to see. I was pretty impressed overall throughout the whole show.
Sure.
Just watching a different product, having a different sort of vibe while I'm watching professional wrestling.
Sure.
I feel like there was a lot of... What's the right word? Satire?
There was a bit of extra entertainment in it.
Yeah,
in AAA.
absolutely. And we saw that in part when we got to the Judgment Day tag team match.
Do you know what wasn't entertaining for me, though, on this entire show?
Watching it?
Having your mate JBL back on commentary.
Oh, absolutely not.
He was atrocious.
Mate, I love the wrestling god as much as anyone else. But, man, him on commentary was abysmal.
And considering the fact that like he didn't know
Absolutely
half
abysmal.
of the people.
Yeah.
At one point, I can't remember who he compared. He compared somebody, maybe it was Vikingo as Nelson Mandela.
Yeah.
No, Dominic Mysterio as Nelson Mandela because he went into jail and then came out a changed man.
What are you talking about?
What are you doing?
That's a bit on the nose, JBL.
Yeah, I did not like his commentary. Conan is a legend obviously for lucha reasons and stuff.
Yeah.
But to me, he's so boring in commentary. He just sounds like he's half asleep the entire time. And that whole commentary team on English was just carried by Corey Graves.
Yeah, I was about to mention that. Luckily, we had Corey Graves on commentary to make this show interesting.
The best part of the night was in the main event for about 7 minutes when they knocked out the announcers table and there was no sound. I really enjoyed that there was no commentary. We could just hear the crowd booing Vikingo for every move that he did. Look, the crowd itself was pretty wild, as you'd expect at a show in Mexico. And I think like they sold 20,000, 19,000 or something went to the show, which is huge.
It was just shy of 20,000 for attendance.
There was also a CMLL show on the weekend as well, and another show on Friday night in Mexico.
Oh, okay.
All within a couple of kilometers of each other, and they reckon 40-something thousand people went to all three shows. Mexico loves professional wrestling.
And you could tell that from the crowd themselves throughout the whole night. They were just up on their feet, chanting the entire show.
Trying to steal Dragon Lee's wings. They were all about that stuff.
What they weren't all about was their AAA mega champion, El Hijo del Vikingo, which we've done a little bit of sleuthing online to try and figure out.
This is wild to me, by the way.
To figure out what the go is. And I kind of noticed it after he dethroned Alberto El Patron Del Rio, for those of you who don't watch AAA. And yeah, apparently they now consider Vikingo like 2015 big dog Roman Reigns.
getting shoved down everyone's throats.
Yeah.
I mean, admittedly,
It makes sense.
He was like on the Royal Rumble show. He was on WrestleMania. He was on Worlds Collide. Like they put him on WWE TV several times.
He's just been everywhere.
But also, like if you put that aside and you look back at the matches that he had with Kenny Omega in AEW, the stuff he did in TNA with Ospreay, like he is a brilliant wrestler. I could see why you'd be focusing on him as your most talented wrestler on that roster.
Yeah, absolutely.
But also, if you're getting jammed down everyone's throats, the crowd's not going to like it. So.
Yeah. All right, let's quickly touch on all the matches. So the Battle Royal was great. We got the...
Oh, my goodness.
We'll try and smash through this as quick as we can so we can take these damn things off because I'm sure you're not overly thrilled with it.
It's fine. As long as I look as cool as I should. I probably should have come with some hamburgers. For those that saw there's a match with a guy and he eats lots of hamburgers. And
I didn't take down his proper name. But I'm just going to call him Mr. Hamburger.
Sure, Mr. Hamburger was
good
with
enough.
Mr. Iguana.
We had the debut/return to WWE adjacent product by OMOS.
Yeah, look,
which was kind of crazy to see.
I think the 3 spots that we need to talk about, or there's like 4 spots we talk about in this entire Battle Royal. Omos returned, Otis returned, and he took out everybody. And then Omos came afterwards. And then Microman was in there. And Microman is tiny. Like he is.
As soon as he walked out, I was like, holy shit. Like that guy is up to my shin.
Like, we've locally talked about our good friend Big Fudge, who's on the set still. And he struggles to climb in over the top rope. The fact that he's 7'3" and 463 pounds, he can't get over the top rope. Microman couldn't get over the bottom rope to get into the ring.
That was wild to see.
So he's tiny. He's as big as Omos's boot. So him being in the match was quite hilarious. He actually eliminated Otis with a frog splash.
Who was the only one trying to protect Microman as well.
That was funny. LWO had some nice spots. They got onto the show in there.
It was really good. Like, I'll give them credit. I really enjoyed seeing LWO on this show because it gave them the opportunity to really showcase their skill set that they don't necessarily always get the opportunity 100%. To do in WWE. So I was really happy with that.
Octagon Jr. was the last person in. And who was the first one in that went almost the whole way through?
La Parka.
La Parka, that's the one. Who obviously Dominic Mysterio has had a lot of history with, and his dad did as well. So it was a fun Rumble type thing. Omos ended up winning, which was...
much to the chagrin of the entire audience.
It was a very flat finish.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't like they sort of built a big thing. Because like even, and this is again, this goes back to JBL being terrible on commentary, where they were talking about, Omos was in there and then La Parka and Octagon Jr. and whoever else is in there, I can't remember, the Wolf guy, started fighting.
Wolf. Oh, I really like that guy. His face paint.
They were fighting each other, and JBL was like, "What are you doing?
What are you doing? You just team up on Omos." He had a point, to be honest.
He did, but he was just so arrogant and so horrible with getting it across. Like,
it's
shut up,
JBL. What
JBL.
do you expect? He's the most arrogant person you'll ever hear.
But yes, Omos won the Battle Royal. The crowd did not like it all that much, and I wonder if he'll show up again in WWE now that he's on, like you said, another adjacent product.
Surely. What else are they going to do?
They're going to make him the 5th El Grande Americano.
Just waiting for it.
It'd be so funny. Like, just seeing all
I just pictured it in my head, and it looks freaking ridiculous.
I also know how, like, you'd have to get a quadruple XL mask.
Oh, absolutely.
This ain't gonna
that
fit.
guy's got a big watermelon for a head.
Oh, gigantic.
Crazy. Let's talk about that Judgment Day 6-person tag match.
Sure.
With Lola Vice, Mr. Hamburger, and Mr. Iguana.
Mr. Hamburger.
I can't remember. Hamburguese or something. I don't know. The dude literally came out, giant hamburger on his shirt, and he was holding 2 hamburgers in one hand. How impressive was that?
Oh, so impressive.
I couldn't even do that. Struggle enough holding 1 hamburger in 2 hands. And they were facing Finn Balor, Judgment Day, JD McDonough.
Judgment Day.
See, I always abbreviate to JD in my head.
Oh, but it's Judgment Day.
Judgment Day, but it's also JD McDonough.
And Raquel Rodriguez in her Lita aspired gear.
Yes. And they would eventually pick up the victory as well from a Tahana bomb. And this was after Lahadra would interfere and attempt to assist Lola Vice and her team.
It was run off by Roxy.
Yeah. Run off by Roxy after she accidentally hit Lola Vice, which allowed Raquel Rodriguez to get the advantage and get the victory. One thing we really need to talk about from this match
is that it was slow and boring and nobody really liked it except for
the puppets. The puppets. Yeska came into the match.
Mr. Iguana.
Yeah, Mr. Iguana got the hot tag. Yeska came into the match and then cleared house. And then suddenly Finn Balor appeared on the apron with a bag over his hand. And we got Demonito, a little demon cool. Finn Balor puppet.
Who ate the iguana.
Ate the iguana. It was ridiculous. I forgot to mention to you, they already have copies of Demonito up for sale on the WWE shop.
Yeah, $100.
$100. Don't expect to see Demonito on set anytime soon because that's going to be at least $200 for us to get that to Australia.
Hard pass.
But if you want to donate money so we can get a Demonito,
we've got to get
by
Mr.
all
Iguana
means.
First.
Nah, Demonito is more important.
You want Demonito first?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll take it.
It's cute. He's got a little, it's a proper puppet.
And then Mr. Hamburger got in the ring and tried to feed
Finn
Balor a hamburger.
Yeah, he gave Finn Balor a hamburger. I was like, what are you talking about? Finn Balor doesn't eat carbs, but then he took a bite.
And it backfired.
Backfired, because then, he got knocked out of the ring, and then that led to the finish. Moving on to the AAA Tag Team Championship match, the street fight.
Oh, I didn't care about this at all.
I thought it was a pretty good match. Los Garzas and Psycho Clown and the other dude.
Yep, the other dude.
The other dude. Oh, man, they whipped out barbed wire wrap kendo sticks so quickly. I was like, holy shit, here we go. And then next to nothing happened with them, which was
and there was lots
very
of table spots, and then people didn't go through the tables when they should have gone through the tables, and
then they went through the tables.
Look, it was wild. I just don't. It was fine. It was wild. It was a street fight. It was the I think my highlight spot was where Angel was on the apron with Psycho Clown, and then Birdo put the other one on top of him, and so he essentially body slammed one and powerbombed another off the apron
through two tables. Amazing.
That was a sick spot.
Amazing spot. And then the finishing spot would be Psycho Clown and his mate. Oh, Pagano. That's his name. Pagano. It was there. It was nestled away in my little brain. They were wrapping a piece of barbed wire around Berto.
Yep.
And then they capitalized, got the pinfall.
Spanish Fly.
Yeah, Spanish Fly. 1, 2, 3. Brand new AAA Tag Team Champions. We then had the women's triple threat match, which I was pretty impressed with. I like to see some new talent sometimes. So, Fabi Apache and Lady Flammer.
Yep.
And Nattie. Nattie.
I like this
Nattie
portrayal of Natalia.
Yeah, this is similar to GCW Nat, apparently. So, or Bloodsport Nattie is she's been referenced to.
She looks a little bit more aggressive and just fights more heelish. I think that suits who she is in this part of her career anyway.
I think she's mentioned if they ever want to take the opportunity, she will do it in WWE, but they have to be very careful with the character.
Because it is very realistic the way that she portrays
and like
herself.
if they do that in WWE, if they bring that character to the WWE and give her a chance to get out there and just like be ruthless, I might actually enjoy watching Natalia in the ring for once because I did this time.
Yeah, I think the whole purpose of this match was the whatever play with the referee that he was on.
Yeah, it was on Flammer's side.
Flammer's side.
We skipped past the pre-match vignette, like the history that led to the match. So I think we missed that very pivotal
also
point.
In Spanish, so there's only so much we were going to catch.
Well, that was subtitles, but Dan doesn't like reading.
I don't want to read while I watch wrestling.
What is he, a sophisticated man?
This is an AEW. Anyway.
Flammer would go on to retain by way of the tainted referee.
With the quick count.
Yeah, with the quick count, which he was doing for Flammer the entirety of the match and doing slow counts for other people. So it's just a matter of time.
Storytelling.
Yep, absolutely.
Speaking of storytelling, let's get to this main event.
Oh, this main event. This mask fucking hurts. I don't know how your chin's holding up, mate.
Just keep going. Just get it done.
Dominic Mysterio, El Grande Americano, Dragon Lee, and El Hijo del Vikingo. Fatal 4-way, and boy, did they bloodline rules the shit out of this match. We had a good 10 minutes where it was just bangers, and then we had... Who came out first? Judgment Day came out first to try and help Dominic Mysterio.
They held Dragon Lee down for a 619.
Yep. And then LWO comes out to get rid of Judgment Day on the outside. And then
El Grande
the two mini El Grandes, what are we going to call them? The Venti Americanos. Because Venti's...
Venti the large?
Sort your shit out, Starlux. I can't even remember. Anyway.
But then the other
El Grandes came out to try and help. And then we were capitalizing. Dominic had gotten rid of Vikingo out of the ring. He'd taken
loaded the mask.
Yeah, he loaded the mask. He took out El Grande Americano. He took out Dragon Lee. He's setting up for his frog splash. Gets it. The ref counts 1, 2, and a mysterious masked man appears in the ring to distract the referee and push him outside of the ring. And he attacks Dominic Mysterio. And it just turns out it's AJ fucking Styles.
Add it to valet, cleaner, doctor, man in a mask in a Mexican show. Like, is there any role that AJ Styles can't play?
No.
He's so good.
He's a man of 1,000 faces.
Or masks.
Oh.
And yeah,
man of 1,000 masks.
Styles clashes Dominic, and then Vikingo hits the 630. Oh, my voice just cracked.
I'm going to clip that.
And then the crowd booed the crap out of Vikingo.
Yeah. They really don't like Vikingo. That's very unfortunate that you've got a new product that's coming. Well, not a new product, but you got new product to a lot of new eyes for people. You've got like your crowned champion who's meant to be the face of your company for these new eyes that are tuning into your product. And the crowd just hates him.
Well, I mean, didn't you say that something like going into the main event, there was nearly 600,000 people watching this on YouTube?
Yeah, I think it was 571,000.
That's pretty good numbers.
On YouTube. That's real good numbers. So just going up and up. Yeah. It's Triplemania 33.
It's quite fun.
I hope you watched and I hope you enjoyed as well, because I enjoyed that. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back down under the mat, here to talk about non-Mexican wrestling, because that's done and dusted. If you miss the other guys, then it's too late. They're gone already. They're gone already.
So let's talk about El Grande Americano.
We'll get there at one point when we start talking about Monday Night Raw. But my face just feels like so much better.
I know, yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I couldn't imagine wrestling in one of those.
Oh, no. That's why you got to get the custom-made ones that are molded to your face and breathable material.
Yeah, that's not.
I could not imagine being a luchador, to be honest. I want to kick off talking about Karrion Kross.
Okay.
Because start of the week, Karrion Kross released I think it was like about 70-minute little mockumentary thing on his YouTube channel, talking and confirming that he has been released from WWE. His contract has expired. It was not renewed. Yes, because...
Is this a work?
No, it's not. We'll kick it off
explaining do we know that.
We do know that because he came out on the Ariel Helwani podcast to talk about it. And
the same way that Seth Rollins came out on the Rick Eisen show saying that he was injured.
This isn't a work.
Are you sure?
It's not a work.
How do we know?
I know.
Can we trust anything that WWE does?
I think we can trust Ariel Helwani.
Well, I think that's a controversial take for a lot of people these days.
It's a very reputable news source. The Karrion Kross appeared on there as Kevin, he would say. This is Kevin talking, because his real name is Kevin, if you didn't know that.
Oh, wow. Get rid of that kayfabe.
Oh, it's... The mirror and the window is gone. And he confirmed it's done. He's done. His time in WWE has ceased to be. And he went on to explain that he had... I don't know if it was in the last few days of his tenure there, but maybe it was post SummerSlam, that week in between, where he was presented a new contract to sign with WWE. He was told he had 24 hours to sign said contract. And the really stinging part for him was that his wife, Scarlett, was not offered a contract.
Now, wasn't the context for that they wanted just him to sign first, then they'd sort Scarlett out later?
Yes. But
so it's not that they said no, but it's like, hey, let's focus on the in-ring talent that we actually might use, and not your wife standing next to you getting paid to do actually nothing for our product.
Yeah, but still, like, if I was in his position and it had been them as a package deal for so many years between both tenures in WWE, and they went and did that and said, oh, well, will sort out Scarlett after you sign your contract, I would have taken that as a massive red flag.
Well, I also would have thought that maybe if I'm Karrion Kross and I would say that my wife should possibly wrestle or do signings or do something to maintain a contract with a company that's paying her money.
That's on the company for not using her in ring.
Is it?
Yeah, absolutely it is.
Well, they're using every other woman in ring. They don't
Then
need
why
her.
haven't they been using Scarlett?
Because they don't need her. That's why they're not offering her a contract.
Yeah, but then why do they keep calling people up from NXT when you've got someone right there that you could insert into the title picture?
You telling me you could put Scarlett in a match against Rhea Ripley and you believe it?
Yeah.
You're kidding me, champ. No way.
No, I've never actually
No way.
seen Scarlett have a full match. I know she is in-ring trained though.
Yeah, I get that she is.
But
But if I'm
not even in NXT did they use her in the ring.
And again, if we go to the whole business side of what WWE is, right? Karrion Kross got a lot of his momentum from the internet wrestling community.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because we like the underdog idea and we sort of push Kross because he was our guy. And so we want to push him. We bought his t-shirt because that's what we wanted to see. We love that promo he did at WrestleMania where he told Triple H to F off.
Well,
like
I
know he'll get onto that anyway. But like we love all of that stuff to him.
Yeah.
But then he gets released and then the mainstream crowds that show up to Raw and SmackDown
Don't care.
they weren't chanting "We want Kross."
And that's the really like pivotal thing that we have to note for this. R-Truth got released, right?
He did.
Like mere days after that. We want truth on SmackDown. On Raw, we want truth.
Yep.
There was a movement. When Cody was taken out of the title picture in the lead up to WrestleMania 40, we want Cody. Every week, all over social media.
Yep.
Karrion Kross contract does not get renewed and we get trending for a couple of days and that's it. No one reacted on Raw, no one reacted on SmackDown, no nothing.
But also, has anyone put out a "We want Scarlett"?
No.
Does anyone give two shits about Scarlett other than her husband who wants a paycheck for her?
I feel like that's a loaded question because does anyone care about Scarlett? Yes, but maybe not in the in-ring capacity, if you catch my drift.
But if you're paying, I don't know what you're paying her, but
Yeah.
if you had a contract for her as talent, right? And you're paying her X amount of money as a talent, and then that contract expires and you're like, cool, we're now not going to pay you $300,000 because you don't do anything for us, right? But you can stay on for $100,000 and accompany your husband.
I have a husband now? Cool.
Yeah, you do. Congratulations. You just got married. But that's probably what they look at as business.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, we're not making
absolutely.
our money back.
It makes
We're
sense.
not offering her a contract for what she's currently doing now because we're not selling Scarlett shirts. We're not selling Scarlett matches. She is part of the Karrion Kross ensemble, right?
Ensemble, that's a good word.
So that's fine. We will re-sign you, Karrion, so that we can continue with whatever stories we want for you or whatever we're going to do. And then we'll tack on Scarlett at the end when we need to.
Yeah.
Or from a business perspective, we actually don't really need Scarlett. We kind of just want you. And he didn't like it because it's his wife, and I get that.
Yeah.
But also, from a business perspective, I don't really care about Scarlett. I also don't care about Karrion Kross now.
Yeah.
Because the point that you had
is
that you had several months worth of storyline where he was trying to be the bad guy on people's shoulders and get everyone's head, and he had this character, and he had the perfect opportunity to do it with Sami Zayn. Someone that we knew was the underground underdog, and everybody wanted to see something deeper from Sami Zayn, which we'll talk about when we get to SmackDown, because oh my god, that drives me mental. But the whole feud with Karrion Kross, you had the perfect opportunity to get a dark side of Sami Zayn out because of what Kross was doing, and you didn't do it. And if that's not Karrion Kross's one chance at getting his character over, doing the thing that he's been trying to do for years now, it didn't work. It's not going to happen. We don't need him. Bye.
At the door. Do you want to keep talking about Karrion Kross? Because I got some notes from the actual
You
thing
can
itself.
say the actual things. I haven't watched it yet, so I'm just going to keep defending everybody else and shitting on Karrion Kross.
Okay, sounds good. So he did confirm that podcast appearance in the Sam Roberts podcast post WrestleMania about the man in the suit and tie in the truck.
Yep.
That was all a work.
Yeah, and he had to go and apologize to Triple H because he went a little too far with what he said.
No. Oh, yeah. Triple H wasn't happy about it, but
it was planned.
Man in the suit and tie was never specifically directed at anyone. It was just a person, a figment in the backstage area. So there's no one specifically called out with that. He would go on to say that his involvement in the Logan Paul AJ match at WrestleMania was pushed for by Logan Paul.
Logan, sorry. Yep.
Yeah, for Logan to come out and be like, hey, let's get this guy involved in our match.
I have watched a couple more of those impulsive conversations. I really enjoyed them.
I love Logan Paul.
I'm so on board, Logan Paul.
I'm so on board. I don't give a shit about his past, like all the controversy. Everyone has controversy.
I'm on board. I like even watching the way that he was doing that conversation with Tiffy Stratton and how much he was talking to her about getting her more involved with things and then talking about how she should get involved with social media and different things. But then his love of like actually wanting to improve her as a person and as a wrestler. Logan's in, man.
Logan gets it. Yeah, he's fully on board. In regards to those crowd reactions that Karrion Kross was getting, he was actually told by backstage personnel to downplay those reactions.
Because they don't like it when they don't control it.
No, it was just what happened with Daniel Bryan and the Yes Movement. That was all.
Daniel Bryan can wrestle.
Yeah, Karrion Kross can't take a back bump. He also mentioned that he wanted to renegotiate his contract in January, which was never pursued by anyone backstage. And those are all the main points that I had that I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
That.
Well, I still stand by my stance.
Yeah, Dan shat all over Karrion Kross, so let's move on, shall we?
Like, legitimately, right? And I mean this in the most polite and non-offensive way that I can, Karrion. Without having somebody on the internet pick up the whole Karrion Kross movement and we want Kross. You take that small portion of the internet wrestling community out of this, who gives a shit? If you have him not on TV for the last 6 months, does the product change?
No.
You have him not wrestling matches against Sammy and AJ Styles and whoever else, does the product change?
No.
You don't need Karrion Kross.
Because like his whole thing back during the pandemic era, like he was actually changing people. Like he would go after people. Shinsuke Nakamura would turn heel shortly after. Drew McIntyre would do the same. He predicted the downfall of the bloodline and that they slowly crumbled one after the other. Like he's had this like sort of mythical backstory.
He never paid it off properly.
No. And SummerSlam was the perfect opportunity to, and you just failed. WWE failed, not you, Karrion. WWE did. Shut up, Dan. We're moving on. One other thing I want to talk about before we get to Raw, because it's a pretty big story at the moment. Kind of stemming from Raw, we were meant to have Naomi defend her Women's World Championship against Io Sky, which never actually happened.
I don't remember that match ever being actually booked.
I think I remember it announced on the previous Raw. But by the time it came around, I was like, oh, I forgot that was happening.
I didn't know it was a championship match, though. Like, I remember maybe them saying Io was going to have a match, but then I thought, why would you give her a championship match while Stephanie has one at Clash in Paris in 3 weeks' time?
They do this all the time, Dan. They do this all the time. They book title matches shortly before someone else gets a title opportunity, and you're like, oh my God, are they going to change the championship before that match?
Unless it's Io beating Rhea.
Yeah. that was good, though. That was a good story.
We like that.
Naomi was not medically cleared for this match. And then I think it was before Raw went on the air, or maybe in the days after.
It was before. The rumor was
Rumor is Naomi could be pregnant. And then Big Jim with his big swimmers, mate.
But then on SmackDown, they said that Naomi will be on Raw this week to address the WWE Women's title picture.
Yes.
So that to me sounds like she's relinquishing the title. Yeah, she's vacating it. And something's gone wrong.
I thought that her and Big Jim appearing on the Stephanie McMahon podcast this week was a fucking dead giveaway. They were going on that platform to announce it.
And they did.
But nothing happened. I didn't actually watch it, but I saw no one posting about it days after that podcast was released. So I was like, nothing happened on it.
I'll also assume that was probably pre-recorded before this happened.
Yeah, potentially.
Look, if it is a pregnancy, congratulations. Obviously, that's
absolutely
huge news.
Yeah.
But from a in-ring standpoint, that is at least 12 months that she's out.
Yeah.
Right? You assume.
Well, Becky was out about 12 and a bit. 14 months, I think she was out.
Yeah, because I mean, you look, you've got however long left of the pregnancy. Let's go 7, 8, maybe 9 months worth still to go, and then you're going to want at least some time before you hit on the road. Because Jim's got 2 older kids, right? This would be Naomi's first.
Does he? I thought Jay was the one that had the kids.
Jay's got kids too. I'm pretty sure Jim has like 16 and 17-year-old kids. I'm pretty sure from a first relationship.
Oh yeah. All right.
And so
the memories are coming back of watching Total Divas and.
Good for you. I'm so glad you did.
Oh man, it was a great show. Love the drama.
Remember that
Love the drama.
one episode where her dad was staying over and how Jimmy hated her dad and they fought all the time and he had to sleep on the couch or something. I do remember that from something. But congratulations if it is. But yeah, look, you're looking at least 12 months and then whatever long time she wants to spend with the child.
Yeah.
So depending on how that is, it could be 12 months, it could be 2 years.
I mean, look what happened with Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, 100%. She was supposed to come back and then she didn't, and that's fine because you're a mother and you want to spend time with your child. Absolutely,
exactly.
Totally cool.
Exactly, you have family now.
If
they
that's
are
the
your
case,
priority.
You vacate that title.
Yeah, and it is really unfortunate the fact that Naomi's like really hitting her stride with this new character.
Yeah.
You know, I know the whole proceed with caution thing didn't rub people the right way to begin with, but it's grown on me.
Yeah.
Her character lately has been really good.
The character was what got me.
Stephanie Velcro and like all the weird ways that she was pronouncing her name.
And the crazy laugh and that sort of stuff, which to me ties into slightly the Bailey vignette that they played on this Raw with Bailey sort of getting inside her own head and saying how, she just wasn't, she wasn't herself and things like that. And then the end of it finished with this weird, creepy laugh. And we were all like, this is a Bailey heel turn coming. But if this is a Bailey heel turn coming into a crazed version of herself because she couldn't win,
we now have that placeholder empty if Naomi's leaving, and if we can just pivot Bailey because she's unfortunately not doing anything at the moment. This vignette was a good way to pivot her, and she can now take that place that Naomi's leaving.
Yeah, and I mean, if Naomi isn't pregnant and it is an injury, that's also shit. And I hope that it's not too bad for her that she needs to. I mean. She has to address the title situation, and I mean, the guess is that it's a long-term something. Yeah. So either way, I think that's bad. I think that you probably do a number one contenders match or something before you get to Stephanie Velcro, so that person then faces Stephanie for the title.
I was going to say and that's the question: who will face Stephanie for the championship?
Because I don't think because when it was when Becky did it. She just handed it to Asuka because Asuka had just won Money in the Bank.
Yeah, and she put it in the briefcase and then told Asuka to open the briefcase and hey, she was women's champion.
Whereas this time you don't have the briefcase because Naomi cashed in with it.
Yeah.
You have to have someone win it. And there is no clear, apart from Stephanie, there is no clear number one contender. And I don't think you can give Stephanie the title without having any match for it.
No. She's got to earn that, I reckon.
So do you give it to Io? Do you have an Io versus Rhea match again? And the winner of that faces
And that's the
Stephanie?
thing, I think those two women right there are your best people to put in that match with Stephanie. And people are going to absolutely hate that.
I don't want another triple threat.
No, I don't want a triple threat. But I like your idea of having Rhea and Io face off. Maybe you have a battle royal to... I know you hate your battle royals, mate.
Oh, that's a bad play. Because that's how Stephanie got it, right?
Yeah, but
she won the battle royal.
Have another one to...
No, don't do that. Terrible.
There is a decent amount of depth to this women's Raw roster. You have the opportunity to do some sort of multi-person match.
Sure.
We're 2-3 weeks out from Clash in Paris. 3 weeks, I believe. If WWE really wants to, they can have a mini tournament in the lead up on the next couple episodes of Raw.
Okay, yeah.
Which I don't care. Just have a multi-person match.
No, I'm more for the tournament idea so that we don't have to do Rhea and Io again.
So you can then avoid that confrontation.
Correct. That is a WrestleMania match now whenever Rhea finally beats Io. That is a WrestleMania moment, end of. So don't do that on a Raw just because Naomi's out.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you do it,
I wasn't looking at it in that aspect of Rhea beating Io to get the match with Stephanie.
Well, then otherwise you get Io to beat Rhea again, and it's now a point where Io has beaten her 4 times this year. Yeah. I know Mummy will just come straight back out and no one will notice, but it kind of is starting to push the point now.
Yeah.
I think that if you do a battle royal and they don't, affect each other, or you do a tournament where they're on opposite sides and somebody else loses so that you don't have to do Io versus Rio to get to Stephanie, then I'm much happier.
Okay. Well, we'll see what happens very soon on the coming edition of Monday Night Raw. Kicking off last week's edition of Monday Night Raw was Mr. CM Punk, your friend, from Chicago.
Phil?
Yeah. Pepsi Phil.
Yep.
He got swiftly interrupted by LA Knight.
Yeah.
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 And then they were interrupted by the Vision.
Yeah.
Sans Seth Rollins.
Yes, which is weird, but okay.
It's all part of the plan. It's all part of the plan.
All these plans.
All the plans.
If you haven't caught on, ladies and gentlemen, I am a bit flat with wrestling this week, and all of the storytelling they did on both Raw and SmackDown did not help me. So you just wait till we get to SmackDown.
Oh, you wait till we get to SmackDown.
Oi.
Fuck SmackDown. Their confrontation would lead to a main event tag team match being set, which would be swiftly, well, not swiftly, but it would be interrupted by Seth Rollins causing a disqualification. The beatdown ensues, and then Adam Pearce comes out. After Jay Uso comes out to try and make the save, Adam Pearce comes out, and Seth Rollins will be defending his World Heavyweight Championship against Jey Uso.
Why?
And LA Knight. Yeah.
Yeah.
And CM Punk.
Yeah.
Come on.
I said last week, I don't want Seth Rollins to have a fatal four-way, because this is what they were painting. They were already painting this picture. And I said,
with Roman Reigns. Why the shit did we insert Jey Uso into the title picture?
Because we went to buy it on Amazon and we realized we didn't have enough funds, so we had to go to Temu, and we got Temu Roman Reigns, which is Jey Uso. But my point is, shut up, just let me go. This was what they were painting the picture of this fatal four-way, and I always said, if Seth Rollins is the Vision, and if he controls Monday Night Raw the way he said he did, right? You had him the end of Raw the other week, stomping everybody out, Adam Pearce getting in his face, and him holding the title up, saying, "I'm in control of Raw. This is my show." And then the next week, Adam Pearce is like, "By the way, you're in a fatal four-way. I've made the choice. You're not in control of anything."
Yeah. Okay, I get you.
Why? Why? I would be happy if it was a triple threat match to become the number one contender to face Seth Rollins. I would be okay if it was a 6-man tag so that it's the Vision against whatever. But I just don't, because we all know Seth is not dropping this title.
No.
And having a fatal four-way just means that LA Knight is in there to eat the pin from somebody else so Seth doesn't have to deal with it. But also, we've had Seth and CM Punk on the Netflix debut. We've had them in a cage match that we can't remember when it occurred at some point this year. But it did occur. We've had them in the main event of WrestleMania with Roman Reigns. We've had them feuding the entire time. We don't need it again. So stop putting them together. There needed to be a separation so that when Punk wins the Royal Rumble in Saudi next year, and then he has to face Seth Rollins, it's a huge moment.
Yeah, and he gets the title back.
But not if you keep having them feud every month. They're in the same matches all the time. Like, this to me is... This is peak WWE post SummerSlam where, hey, we don't know how to book shit.
Oh, it happens every year
Let's just make a whole bunch of main events and 6-man tags or tag team matches that are going to all end in DQ because no one's going to get a clean finish anywhere. And the stories will just plateau until we hit December and then we start talking about the Royal Rumble. That's how this is right now, and I am really flat on it because it'll be a fun match with all 4 of the guys. They can all work, but I just don't care because Seth Rollins is winning and LA Knight is eating the pin.
Seth Rollins wins, lol.
100% it will be. And being a fatal 4-way match means that it's no DQ, which means Bronson and Braun are just going to destroy whatever they destroy.
Yeah. Now, my question to you was going to be, if Jey Uso is the Temu Roman Reigns, who is the Amazon Roman Reigns? Or is it because he went to Amazon to order
buy Roman Reigns?
Okay.
And I couldn't, so I had to go to Temu and I got Jey Uso. That's
just had to confirm that for all our fans out there.
Yeah, sorry. And only because Amazon didn't have him in stock. So I tried to order it and it said, sorry, this is out of stock due to Street Fighter movie. Please try again in 8 weeks' time. And then I'll purchase him in 8 weeks' time. But right now, I can't. That's why I had to go to Temu.
It's so stupid.
Yeet.
It's so stupid. Dominic and El Grande Americano would face Dragon Lee and AJ Styles in a tag team match. And El Grande Americano pinned AJ Styles.
All of this worked for AAA.
I'll take things I would never see for $500. Thank you.
Yeah, wild. But now seeing how AAA played out, if you want to go back half an hour into this podcast, go see what we talked about at the start. All makes sense.
Yep, it all lines up. I'm going to leave this little segment to talk about. Let's talk about it now because then we'll touch about what happened on SmackDown as well.
Oh, please, let's go.
Sami Zayn pleading to Adam Pearce backstage to give him a match so he can work his way towards the World Heavyweight Championship picture on Monday Night Raw. And Adam Pearce gives him Rusev. And as Sami Zayn is getting on top in this match and setting up for the victory, the MFT come out, cause a disqualification and beat up Sami Zayn. Sheamus turns around and he comes out because he promised Sami he wouldn't interfere during the match.
Kept his word.
Yep. Match finished. Boom. Sheamus, Rusev. It's back on. Again.
Burger after burger.
Yep. Apparently that was his idea.
It was. Yeah. He gave it to Drew. Drew's greatest line.
Genius. So, Sami.
So
We come to the opening of SmackDown this week. Solo Sikoa kicking off the show for one. I knew from the start, I was like, oh, this is not going to be a good SmackDown, is it? Because if they're not starting with John Cena or Cody Rhodes, well, God bless, even Logan Paul.
Or Randy Orton.
Who was getting married.
Or Drew McIntyre.
Well, yeah, anyone. But Solo, you know the show's not going to be that good. He gets interrupted by Sami Zayn. Hey, look at me, I'm now a SmackDown superstar. Woo! You know what? I've never had a United States Championship. Woo! Let's have a 6-man tag in the main event. We get to said main event, and Sami Zayn just flat out cleanly pins Solo Sikoa in a 6-man tag match.
So
I now hand over to you.
Look, I copped flack a lot on our TikTok for calling him Sammy Hogan. And if you watch back on this podcast for the last year or so, I am one of the biggest Sami Zayn fans. I hate his character right now. I really do. The fact that he didn't turn or didn't do anything in that Karrion Kross feud was boring. It was the boring way out. The fact that he wants a title shot, a world title shot, and then he has a match against Rusev, and then he blames Solo Sikoa that you cost me a chance at a world title. I've now swapped brands to fight you for a mid-card title. Makes no goddamn sense. And also, if you remember, a few months ago when Seth had cashed in and won the Money in the Bank, and Paul Heyman had said to Sami Zayn, how about you leave? I will give you guaranteed title match against John Cena for the WWE title if you leave Raw and you go to SmackDown. And Sami said, no, I won't do that. But now he will go to SmackDown
for a mid-card title.
For a mid-card shot at Solo Sikoa. Sami Zayn, what are you doing? This is such mid-booking that they are just like, what are we going to do until either Sami or Punk wins the Royal Rumble? I don't know.
Don't know.
We're kind of a bit sick of this whole Solo and Jacob thing, right? That's probably you probably need to do something big for that
cage match was trash.
What else are we going to do? How else do we fix this? Do we just...
Mate, Carmelo Hayes was waiting in the wings for a US title shot?
No, we got the Miz for him. He's fine.
Yeah,
we've got the Miz.
Great.
Everything else is a tag team. Let's send Sami Zayn to SmackDown. Let's do that.
It kind of works because the LA Knight trade to Raw was never confirmed or anything.
What trade? He just showed up on Raw.
Exactly. I know, but it now works because SmackDown lost a superstar, but then they gained a star.
But did somebody say?
Do you like that? Do you like that terminology?
Yeah.
They lost a superstar, but then they gained a star.
Oh, so you're shitting on Sami. That's nice. That's well done. Look, this doesn't make sense to me. I don't like the storytelling of it.
Okay.
I don't like that Sami is now going to go and he's going to probably win the US title of Solo and everyone's going to love it. It's going to be great fun, but I just don't get the storytelling behind it. And I think all of this is very mid-booking and I'm not a fan.
Agreed. Shall we pivot back to Raw?
Is there anything else to talk about on Raw?
There were a few other things. Roxanne would defeat Io as Naomi's replacement match. And the Kabuki Warriors would come out and get involved.
I don't care because they're going to turn Asuka heel and then...
Well, apparently she's already internally listed as a heel.
Well, then Kyrie's
just from shoving Io Sky once. Oh my God. Such dastardly heel tactics.
Who cares?
Yeah, I don't care.
I don't. I mean, again, maybe this is the Naomi thing. You need to replace her.
You mentioned it during the week. I didn't mention it. You mentioned it.
Did
I mentioned it weeks ago. That this may potentially lead to a Rhea and Io tag team situation.
You did.
Because Rhea would come console Io Sky after she was so viciously assaulted by Asuka backstage.
How do you want to take out all of the women out of your main title scene is you put Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, Io Sky, and Rhea Ripley into a tag team match. How good is that? Who needs actual women's titles? You know what? It's a really great idea, WWE. How about instead of just having women's titles, you build mid-card women's titles? You put the IC title and the US title on television and you let them to be defended on paper. Oh no, you don't put them on pay-per-views because you're going to put Rhea and Io and Charlotte and Alexa in a goddamn tag match instead. Idiots.
It hasn't even been confirmed yet.
I don't care. It's close enough.
It is close enough. If it happens, man, I've got a sixth sense about these things.
Can we just then have...
Like I foreshadowed Asuka's rise to the Queen of the Ring finals.
Do you think then that this is the women that they've gone, hey, this 6-pack tag team TLC match at SummerSlam that the men had,
we're going to do a women's one.
And it was awesome. Let's do a women's version. And you're going to have the Kabuki Warriors versus the Judgment Day versus Rhea and Io versus Nattie and Maxine.
No.
Versus Alexa and Charlotte.
I won't have it.
Versus the Secret Hurlers. Is there any other teams?
Take Nattie and Maxine out of that equation and I'm happy.
Okay, replace them with Michin and BFAB?
No. I don't like them.
Who else do I replace them with?
Just five teams is enough. That's 10 people.
It's a 6-pack, mate. That's what's called a 6-pack challenge.
Well, I've taken a beer away, okay? So it's a 5-pack.
How about I make it happy just for you? I'll put Zolruka up.
Zaruka
can get in there.
Done.
Match. You happy now?
Put some NXT talent in there. Done. Happy. What if that actually happens? Man, we're really good with predicting shit sometimes.
It's never going to happen.
Never say never, Dan. Never say never.
Or is this just the start of the women's War Games match?
But who's it going to be?
Team Asuka versus Team Rhea? Or Team Asuka versus Team Io?
Yeah. Then Rhea and Io. And then Kari's not going to leave Asuka alone.
No, I think they stay. I think Kabuki Warriors stay and they just go heel.
Stephanie's going to team with Rhea and Io. Who else we got on Raw?
Bianca's probably going to come back.
I don't know. If
Bailey will go with her former Damage Control.
Yeah, she'll go team with Asuka. She'll be healed by then. Naomi will be out of the equation.
Yeah, we assume. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you got Maxine and Nattie. There you go. I told you. Judgment Day will go with the Kabuki Warriors.
Yeah, but then who goes on the face? Oh, fuck, it is Nattie and Maxine. Damn it! No! Sound like Gus Gould for a second.
You do, yeah, it's great.
Oh, Becky would make quick work of Maxine in a match. And I saw a lot of people talking online that Maxine looks like she's improved pretty well in the ring.
I think she looked better in this match.
Yeah, definitely.
She's still not anywhere close to...
I feel like the lack of house show tours really impact her chance to really grow herself in the ring.
Yep.
And I don't feel like she gets enough opportunities to do it on TV. And whenever she does get that chance, it's a bit of a squash match.
I mean, look, let's be fair. If they really want to help increase talent and they're sending Nia Jax down to NXT...
We'll touch on that shortly.
Send Maxine down. Get Maxine some reps against, Blake Monroe and Jordan Grace and whatever else in front of the smaller NXT crowd where she can learn and wrestle. Just give her more chances. Like she has a great look. And I think that we're both a bit over the Alpha Academy stuff with no Chad Gable there anymore. Like, stop doing the shoo,
which Otis had at his entrance at Triple Bay.
Like, he's not there anymore. Let's move on.
Yeah.
But give her a few more reps and stuff, and she's got a good look to be a wrestler. It's just she needs some slight improvement. I wouldn't be spending too much time on it because I think there's other wrestlers that I'd prefer to see. But is what it is. What do you want to talk about with Nia?
Well, yeah, we'll touch on that because that was the opening match for NXT this week, Nia Jax versus Lash Legend, which we talked about last week and I thought would be an absolute banger of a match. And we got a lot of really good power spots. I should have just showed you the highlights from the match before we came in here.
We would probably should have.
There was a point where Nia was kind of like teetering on the ropes and Lash got her like in the fireman's carry and like full on squatted Nia Jax.
Nice.
I was like, holy shit. We got a body slam spot after doing the tease of not being able to do it or Nia reversing it. And then, bloody hit her with a Monet Maker. She hit Nia Jax.
With a Monet Maker?
With a Monet Maker. I don't know what they actually call the move, but it's a Monet Maker.
You mean the one where it's on the back and she spins it out?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
I know. I lost my shit, dude.
Did it look better than anything Mercedes has ever done?
Yes. Holy crap. I need to go show you afterwards.
Okay, we've got to go watch
it. Was absolutely amazing. And then they had a body splash through the announce table spot as well because they fall on outside for a little bit. And then we got the attempted powerbomb spot to Nia Jax in the corner. Nia just squashed her, got back up, hit her with the Annihilator, 1, 2, 3, which I thought was a little weird. I thought they'd try and put Lash over, but I guess they put her over
by giving
her all the spots. Yeah. So maybe Nia was sent down there to do some work with her to see if she's ready for a call up.
Maybe. And you know where she needs to be called up to?
SmackDown. We need some more women's wrestlers on SmackDown, please. Because I don't give a shit about. Let's talk about Tiffy's couple of backstage segments where she got confronted by Kiana James trying to recruit her into her services, and then Nikki Cross is like awkwardly hanging it out in the background, really creepy in the reflection of the truck they were doing the vignette in. And then later, Nick Aldis was talking to Jade Cargill, who wants a title shot again.
Why? She lost.
Yeah, Tiffy comes in, and then Nia Jax comes in, and like, it's just none of these prospects are interesting.
But like, let's be fair here, right? Nia lost months ago.
Yes.
Clean.
Yes.
Jade Cargill won Queen of the Ring, took her shot to face Tiffy at SummerSlam.
Lost in less than 10 minutes. Yeah.
Clean.
No
ifs, buts, maybes.
No. Nothing.
Why is she not more contender? Why does she need another shot?
Why?
None of them are worth it. There's nothing there. I don't care. It's
terrible. There's SmackDown's women's division, now that they've taken Alexa and Charlotte and put them in the tag team division, is trash.
The only
no one cares about Michin.
Person I care about on there is Chelsea Green.
Yeah.
But they're not building her up enough to get her to face Tiffany, because I think that'd be the only one I care about.
Yeah.
Sign me up for a Tiffany versus Julia match. That'd be a good match.
After what they had, the confrontation with Kiana James, it could happen. I would not hate seeing that.
And then you have like 2-belt Tiffy?
Well, it doesn't have to be title for title.
Do you just merge the US title and get rid of it?
No, it doesn't have to be title for title. It can just be...
So one of your champions loses.
Yeah. So?
Let's just keep the women's building that US title up, hey?
Oh, mate, it was on a sinking ship the moment Zelina had that title. Fight me in the comments.
I'm so glad it was defended on Evolution with all the other women's matches. Oh, no, it wasn't. Never mind. The rest of SmackDown sucked. Can we just not talk about it?
What is there to talk about? Because we already talked about Nikki Hud in the background. We talked about MFT.
Flattest, worst episode of SmackDown in a very long time.
The tag team match with Fraxium and Melo Miz was okay. There were some nice spots in it. I don't understand where this tension and awkwardness between Miz and Melo has come in.
Why that's there.
Because they can't do it with A-Town Down Under anymore?
Yeah. Triple H loved booking the tension between a tag team.
Dumb.
And now he can't do it because Austin Theory's injured. So he's like, well, I'm going to do it with someone else.
But like, you actually had potential to do something of substance with Miz and Melo.
Yeah,
but they've not done a damn thing.
Yep.
It's dumb. Stupid. What else happened on SmackDown? DIY lost to the Street Profits. Who fucking cares, bro? I feel like we've been watching the same matches on repeat for the last 8 months on SmackDown. And it's boring.
But the problem is, like, they've all been good to lead to a tag team division where they have a massive 6-team match at the end.
Yes, post-WrestleMania, SummerSlam.
Right?
Boom.
We wanted that match. In between it, we're getting 8 weeks of DIY versus Street Profits, DIY versus the Machine Guns versus Fraxium. We don't care. We've seen it every week. I don't care. And you know what?
Now what are we getting? Melo and Miz versus Motor City Machine Guns next week.
Correct. And do you know what all of that leads to? Someone facing the Wyatt Six. And do you know who I cared the least about in this entire goddamn division?
The Wyatt Six.
The Wyatt Six. They suck. I don't care. Now, if you want to try and pitch something to me, which I think they were trying to do, was when they had the backstage segment with the MFTs, and Hikuleo was looking around. Sorry, Tall Tonga, because he's the tall one, remember? He looked around and Eric Rowan was in the background with his big things. And they're like, oh, we're going to get the 2 big tall guys to stand in the ring facing off with each other. And I bet you at some point there's going to be a match between the MFTs and the Wyatt Six, and everything's going to be going chaotic. And then you're going to have Hikuleo and Eric Rowan, and you're going to expect the like Rock Hogan moment where the crowd's going wild with these 2 big, tall, massive giants in the final ring facing off with each other. And the crowd is going to be silent. Oh. Nothing. No reaction.
I thought
because they don't care. You thought I glitched from the Matrix? No, there's going to be no noise because no one gives a shit about the Wyatts anymore. We don't care. And the MFTs, if you just keep interrupting every match that you have and causing DQ finishes, we also don't care. So can we just hurry up and just fast forward to the Royal Rumble season where all of this shit actually has a storyline, please?
Speaking of storylines, the one good storyline that happened on SmackDown was Drew McIntyre.
Oh, right, because it's the show where you've got no Randy Orton, no John Cena, no Cody Rhodes, no Logan Paul, no Jelly Roll, no anything in any of your main event other than Drew McIntyre cutting a promo on everybody.
Yeah. So at least it somewhat progressed the storyline there.
Could you imagine like how bored at work Drew actually was this week?
Oh,
there's nobody else there.
Yeah.
Like not even Damian Priest for him to feud with again. No one. Just go out and cut a promo.
Oh, speaking of Damian Priest, we had the backstage segment with R-Truth and Aleister Black. You remember that?
Nope.
It happened. And then Aleister Black confronted R-Truth, who turned his hat backwards to signify that he's now Ron Killings.
Oh, so it's the hat.
It's the hat. The hat triggers the transformation. Because he's driving now.
I'm so over SmackDown, man. It's so
It was not good.
Do you know like 2 years ago when Raw was horrible and it was just the Judgment Day and no one gave two shits about anything and SmackDown was like killing it with Bloodline story after Bloodline story. It was so good. Where's that SmackDown gone? This was trash.
Yeah. In hindsight, the notes that I've put down for Drew's segment, they weren't even like that riveting.
I don't even remember what he said. I remember he showed the video of him kicking Cody's head through a table.
Well, he said he didn't attack Cody. He defended himself. Because
Cody did attack him first?
Yeah, exactly. So, much like Triple H likes to book, his heels are telling the truth.
He's justified. Yep.
Yeah, justified heel. There's been no medical update for Cody Rhodes, which seems mighty suspicious.
How do you give a medical update that ties in exactly with how long you need to film Street Fighter for? What injury is
not
exactly
medically cleared?
That time?
Not medically cleared. And just run that.
He's at a local medical facility, but he is not medically cleared.
Boom, done. Calling out Cody Rhodes and asking him, without the title or Cody's story, who is he? He's a nobody. Just like I've been preaching for years.
Ooh.
Cody's story was nothing.
Whoa.
Oh, these fucking mirrors.
That wasn't meant to be a Drew introduction. It was meant to be a Cody one. But all right, fair enough. That is a Cody song. That's his old one, wasn't it? Not the Drew one. What's the Drew one? Shattered Dreams?
Yeah, I don't give a shit about Shattered Dreams.
Wow. Rude.
I said it. I don't care. It was after my time.
Can we all, though, agree that like Drew's old music and Cody's old theme and Randy's old theme are all better than their new ones?
Yeah. Burning My Light, much better than Voices.
Oh, yeah. And I watched...
Voices has definitely run its course.
I watched Sheamus on the CVV podcast and they were talking about Too Many Limes.
Too Many Limes!
And he even said, he goes, I'd love to have it back, but it's not my call.
Yeah. So we got it back for a little bit.
Yep.
But then he got Def Rebel again.
But
he didn't even get Def Rebel with his like old music.
It was a new one.
He got Def Rebel with new music.
Because he was on a live podcast, so the crowd was there, and they were all chanting like Too Many Limes. He's like, but at least some of you like my new music, right?
Crickets.
Nope.
Crickets.
Wrap it up, Reece.
Drew called himself the real nightmare. Boom. That wraps up Drew's segment. Oh shit. I'll get Instagram open. Do we want to talk about those shows coming up or?
Nah.
Skip it.
Nah.
Cut to the end.
We're done.
Cut to the end. We're done. We're wrapping up the podcast. Pretty abysmal week for
come and shit on
wrestling.
everything WWE with us in our Discord because clearly we're all distracted by how bored the storyline is. So how about you overbook stuff like we do and let us know in the comments?
Yeah. Come join the overbooking mess in Discord. It's fun. Come at us on TikTok if you don't agree with our points of view. And Instagram. Give us some engagement. We will fight you. Fisticuffs.
Verbally.
No, I will find
it's
you.
Not a guarantee.
I will find you. Okay? Thank you for tuning in. This has been Mr. Dan Danielson. I've been Roddy Reece. We've been down under the mat talking about all things professional wrestling, and we will see you next time down under the mat. Too sweet.